So you're ready to buy a house, whether it's here in Wichita, the surrounding area, or maybe somewhere else. I got 5 things for you. These 5 mistakes you don't want to make, so make sure you stay till the end. We're getting after it right now. Number 1, don't make an emotional decision. Listen, I get it. For most of us, this is the biggest financial purchase we're ever going to make. You throw nerves in there, deadlines, and yeah, things might not be 100% perfect either. There are going to be moments where something might happen that, quite frankly, might ruffle some feathers. So yeah, there are times emotions are high, surprises. Me personally, not a fan of surprises in real estate, but they do come up, and so you just got to keep your head in check. Easier said than done. That's why that's one of the many reasons why you hire a realtor, real estate agent, to help be that neutral party with you. Keep yourself in check. You want to make sure it's going to make sense for you. It's going to make sense for yours. So just keep your head in the game, your eye on the prize. We'll do our best to help you keep yourself on ground, or grounded, however you want to say it. So that's number 1. Number 2, not getting pre-approved before you start looking. Me, if I'm your agent, that is a prereq before we start looking at houses. You got to get pre-approved. That is your skin in the game. That lets you know, that lets me know, and that lets the seller and the listing agent know you are serious. And around here, I can't speak for the other states, but around here, that pre-approval letter is submitted with your offer, all the documents. So it is a big deal. It's one of those frequently asked questions for me as well. I can tell you, why do I got to be pre-approved? Well, like I said, that's your skin in the game. We don't want you falling in love with the house, and for whatever reason, it doesn't work out. You go take a look at this house, you fall in love with it. If it's anything like the way homes have been selling, if it's priced right and it's got everything going for it, it's going to probably move quick. And like I said, that pre-approval letter's got to be with it anyway. We don't want you falling in love with a house and get your heart broken, get your feelings hurt because we weren't prepared. We didn't do what we needed to do, take those necessary steps to get you prepared. We also don't want you looking at something that, quite frankly, is outside of your price range. That's going to set unrealistic expectations when we go start looking at homes, in your price range. Nothing's going to compare to that one home, and been there, done that. Not fun. I've been on both of those ends. I don't like it, and that's why, if I'm your agent, we're getting that pre-approval letter first. Something else to keep in mind. Number 3, we are tearing through them. Not doing your due diligence. During that due diligence period, we're talking skipping the home inspection. You think it's gonna help you out, save you a couple $100. Well, it might cost you a couple $1,000 down the road. Listen, it's more than just a home inspection. What that home inspection covers, the general house, mold, stuff like that. Does the roof need to be looked at? I mean, I'm not hopping up there. I'm not hopping up on the roof. There are some other situations, how old is this? How old are the appliances? Or like your furnace, your air conditioner, all that stuff. There are some tricks that, you can kind of figure out some of that stuff, but you want to make sure you're doing your due diligence. There's other things that we want to look out for. Mold. Does the sewer need scoped? These are things I would suggest. There's been situations with houses that if we hadn't got it scoped, they might be in a crappy situation. I know. It's terrible. Not very funny. Sewer scopes. Is this a rural property? Are we needing to get the water tested? Is there a septic tank we need to find and get looked at? That's another one of those things. This stuff's underground with the septic tank specifically. Buried underground. That's where your waste goes. And with it being underground, you don't think about that stuff. You don't think about if there's a crack. Been there too. Needed a whole new septic tank. But we did our due diligence. Got it taken care of. Otherwise, that's on you. You're not doing what you need to do. That's why we call it the due diligence period. There's other things that you need to keep in mind too. Surveys. Has there been a survey done? That's another one. This is a half-acre lot here. Where are your boundary lines? Where are there any easements? You don't think about that kind of stuff because there's already a fence up, but are they encroaching on your property? Are you encroaching on theirs? Is this going to be a situation where, you find out years later, oh, hey, yeah, I'm in an easement. City wants me to push my fence out of the easement, or a garage. Things like that do happen. There are things you need to keep in mind during that due diligence period. It's not just your general home inspection, termite inspection, radon inspection. That's radioactive gases coming up from the ground, odorless, colorless, can give you cancer. These are all things to keep in mind. Don't waive your inspections. Do your due diligence. Yes, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it might save you a whole lot of money down the road. This is a big one. They're all big, but this one here in particular, very big. People aren't perfect. We forget things, and things happen. You want to make sure you're protected. This is just another one of those things. On to the next one. Number 4, not working with a real estate agent. If that last one didn't do it for you, that right there alone should prove we're worth our weight, most of us at least. We're going to be there. We're going to help you make sense of all of this. We have access to the tools, the information. We're also there. We're that neutral. Well, not neutral. We're working in your best interest as your agent. But you want to make sure you have that person. Uncle Ted, who bought a house 20 years ago, is not going to be able to help you now. Things have changed. Dear darling mom and dad who bought, 10 years ago. Hell, even 5 years ago. Things have changed. In the grand scheme of things, 5 years probably isn't so bad, but things have changed. You've got this person, quite frankly, who's helping people buy and sell houses all the time. How many houses have you bought in your lifetime? How long ago? Like I said, things change, laws change. We're there to help negotiate, get you what you need at a fair price. We're going to get you from A to Z and get you taken care of. Something to keep in mind. This is one of those things. You think you're going to save a little bit of money? It might end up costing you some money down the road. I've had numerous conversations with people who've, went that for sale by owner route. Just direct to seller, no agents. And things have popped up. There's been cases where nothing happened, everything's good. So, I mean, good, bad, but it's just something to keep in mind. A lot of moving parts go into buying a house. A lot of things to consider. So keep that in mind. Number 5, and right before we get into it, if you get any value out of this, do me a solid. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Got some questions, need some help? Call, text, email, DM. The Discord is up now. If you want some more information, if you don't feel like giving away your personal information, via text, via phone call. If you need a little more information, you're ready to talk, you can go there. If you just need a little more information, you're not quite ready, information's there. I'll leave the Discord link down in the description. Feel free to check. You can also access that via my channel description. But anyways, number 5 is going to be, you're not taking the long-term cost into effect when buying this house. You find the one, everything seems to fall in place. But you got maintenance costs. That's one thing these people don't talk about. The cost of maintaining your home. Updates, stuff like that. We're talking siding, paint, windows. The furnace. The furnace goes out. The air conditioner goes out. Are you getting a home warranty? Is that something you want to pay for? That's good for about a year, and then you got to pay for another one. A lot of them now have gotten to a point where you can make monthly payments on that. Depending on who you talk to, might be worth it, might not. But personally, you should be setting aside money every month towards maintenance, because the components on your house aren't going to last forever. How long is that roof going to last? New windows? Gutters? Maybe you got some deferred maintenance around the house, some dirt work. Around here in Kansas, at least here in Wichita, you got a bunch of clay. That's one of those things. You don't clean the gutters and you're losing soil around your foundation. That eventually becomes a problem. Not a problem you want to take care, you want to really deal with. So maybe just clean the gutters, Like I said, maintenance costs, you got property taxes. If your home is newer, or if the city's doing particular things with your neighborhood, you're going to have what they call specials. Is there any special thing? And this, like newer homes, this is going to go towards paving the roads, putting in the street lights, the sewer systems, stuff like that. These are all things you need to keep in mind. Are you in an HOA, a homeowners association? These are going to be more things. That's not typically long-term there, but the things you need to keep in mind. Other costs that you might not consider. The maintenance for sure. You got to keep up with your house. So it's all important stuff. It's all stuff you need to keep in mind. And if you keep those 5 things in mind, you might not have a bad time. But anyways, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Have a question, ask. Need some info, hit up the Discord. Till the next one, guys. We'll catch you later.